Good morning, everyone. Pastor Brad from New Covenant United Church of Christ in Williamsport, and this is this week's edition of Children's Story Time. This week's edition of Children's Story Time is for the first Sunday after Christmas, December 28th, 2025, and we're not necessarily going to be taking a look at any particular lesson from the scriptures. Rather, annually, the Sunday after Christmas, I always focus on the story of the 12 days of Christmas, or the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. I'd like to remind you that the 12 days of Christmas are not the 12 days leading up to Christmas, but rather they represent the 12 days between Christmas and Epiphany on January 6th, when we celebrate the visit by the Magi. So if the first day of Christmas was December 25th, and today is Sunday, December 28th, what day of Christmas is it? Well, the 25th was the first. Do you have a guess? Third, fourth, fifth, sixth? Well, if the 25th was the first, and the 26th was the second, and the 27th was the third, then that would make today, if you guessed the fourth day of Christmas, you are correct. Today, Sunday 28th, is the fourth day of Christmas. Now, from the song, do you remember what the gift was on the fourth day of Christmas? What did the gentleman give his true love on the fourth day of Christmas? Do you remember what the gift was? If you said 4 calling birds, you are correct. I always have to start at the 5 golden rings. 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves. I always have to start with the 5 golden rings and count backwards in my head to get the correct gift. But if you said 4 calling birds, you are correct. Now the big question is, what do the 4 calling birds represent? What in Scripture, what in the Bible do the 4 calling birds represent? Any guesses? If you said the 4 Gospels, you are correct. The Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The 4 calling birds represent the 4 Gospels. Those Gospels, they contain all the stories of Jesus. They record Jesus' story, his life. They record his teachings. The 4 gospel writers tell us the story of Jesus. They tell us of his life, the parables that he taught, the miracles that he performed. Just like birds calling out in a loud voice, the 4 gospel writers spread the good news of Jesus' life and his teachings. Just like birds call out to one another with loud voices, the gospel writers call out to us, share the good news of Jesus' life and his teachings, his parables, his miracles. So next time you sing the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, remember that the 4 calling birds represent the 4 gospel writers. Thanks for joining me this week for this week's edition of Children's Story Time. I hope you'll join me each and every week for another edition of Children's Story Time. And Merry Christmas to you all. Happy holidays. And of course, may you have a happy, safe, and wonderful new year. See you again next week. Peace, blessings, love, and prayers. Bye-bye.